We're spotlighting the murder of 20-year-old Jessica Barnes as the quest for justice for Jessica continues. And we're learning more about one of the housemates who's being accused of being involved in Jessica's brutal death. So follow me here. Barnes's roommate, Kendall Mims, appeared in court on Thursday. And there's another roommate, Victoria Tippett, who appeared in court on Monday. Jessica's husband, Brandon, is being accused of strangling Jessica to death and then setting her body on fire. Investigators are saying the other housemates, Mims and Tippett, have admitted to helping Brandon Barnes move Jessica's body to Lake Hartwell in South Carolina. Now, Mims has a child with Barnes. In court on Thursday, Mims' attorney described the control that Brandon Barnes exerted over the three women in the home.
Whenever she would mention that she was unhappy or that she wanted to leave or that she didn't want to be there anymore, he told her repeatedly, "You will never see your daughter again," leaving her to guess as to whether that meant he was going to take their daughter and leave, or if he was going to kill her, or if he was going to kill their daughter.
So remember, they're all living together in this house, allegedly under his control. So these two other women, Mims, the one he's got the child with, and Tippett, they're both charged with accessory after the fact and with obstruction of justice as these charges relate to Jessica's murder. Now, the judge granted a $75,000 bond for Mims. No bond yet has been given to Ms. Tippett, and Brandon Barnes remains behind bars this morning. I want to bring in now a very special guest who's been following this case so closely. He's an investigative reporter, and also he has been very close with Jessica's family and representing them as this case progresses through the system. So happy to welcome back Troy Stiles on the program. Troy, nice to see you again, albeit we wish it wasn't under the circumstances that we have here with this homicide. So could we start, please, with Jessica? Jessica's mom did something that might have stunned some case watchers if you really don't know the intricacies of this one, but she even was pushing the court to give Ms. Mims a bond. Would you explain that for us, please?
Yeah, thanks, Julie. So Miss Varvara, Cecilia, Jessica's mother, we saw this kind of in the middle of the search for Jessica. Cecilia shifted her emotions really from anger to empathy. And she even sent food to the defendants while we were searching. And even though she knew that they had something to do with Jessica's murder, but leading up to this court hearing, she really was advocating for bond for Kendall. She was concerned about Kendall's mental health due to the abuse that she went through living with Brandon. And then also she wanted Kendall to be able to care for her infant child. So she wrote a beautiful letter to the judge asking for the bond in this case so that Kendall could be released from jail at least during this time and go into home detention and really address her mental health needs that she felt like she needed to do so much.
Wow, Troy, what a tremendous amount of grace and compassion being exhibited by Jessica's mom. That can't be easy to do. I mean, she was wronged in the worst way, having her daughter murdered, and yet she's showing compassion for these other defendants, in particular Ms. Mims with the baby. That is just, wow. That's like next to godliness, if you ask me, to show that kind of compassion to someone. I want to play a clip for you, Troy. This is something you're familiar with, and I think to impress upon everybody watching this case and wondering, what happened to Jessica. The idea that there was control going on in that house is like the understatement of the century. Let's listen to what Kendall's attorney told the court was what was happening in the house.
Kendall, unfortunately, saw a lot of violence against Jessica. But Mr. Barnes drove a wedge between her and Jessica, making both of them feel as if they had to compete for his love and affection. And if he started being too nice to one of them, Judge, it was just a psychological horror movie as to what happened to this young lady and to Miss Jessica Barnes.
A psychological horror movie, the attorney says. Troy, tell us what you know about that, please.
A horror movie would be a great way to sum it up. I mean, Brandon had so much control over all of the girls, especially Kendall and Jessica. The attorney described Brandon as pouring alcohol into Kendall's mouth, forcing her to drink it, performing sexual acts on her, even when she would beg him to stop. Anytime that Kendall was away from Brandon, she had to have earbuds in her ears, and she had to be on the phone with him. Even before Kendall came to live with Brandon, which they described as she was stolen or taken hostage in the middle of the night. Her mom called him on FaceTime with Kendall, and Kendall had already gone to sleep, and so he was watching her sleep. He kept her drugged, and then he would send pictures of her to her mother, of Kendall completely inebriated and drugged. So he had total control over her. He would take her to work, and he would sit in the lobby of her work and watch her while she worked. She had no time. She couldn't even go next door to her grandfather's to do laundry without being on the phone with Brandon so that he could hear if she were to try to tell that she was being abused. I don't think anybody really knew the massive amount of abuse that was going on, but we know now it was horrific, and there was nothing they could do about it. He killed many animals in front of her to cause fear, and he would torture these animals just to show her what could happen to her.
Oh my, that's like next level psychological abuse, Troy. I know you know this. You follow this case so closely. For anybody unfamiliar, Troy did the only interview that exists with Brandon Barnes, before he was arrested. And this is when his wife was missing. It was just a missing persons case. And we played some of it the last time you were on the show, Troy. For anybody who missed the segment, what would you say your feeling was walking away after talking to Brandon that day?
Just master manipulator. That's all. Master manipulator. He's good at it. He is an artist at it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could feel it, even as somebody just independent from this case, a journalist, just so you could feel that as he was talking to you.
Yeah, he definitely tried to, it was all about him. I'm asking about Jessica. Jessica's missing. This is his wife, by the way. Right. And he really didn't have any empathy about Jessica being missing. It was all about Brandon. And it always is.
That kind of behavior, I hate to say this, but for someone with these charges, it does fall in line, the sociopathic type of behavior you're describing, narcissistic, just terrible. We will leave it here for the time being. Troy Stiles, great work following this case, advocating for Jessica's family and doing the investigative reporting. Thank you for taking the time to come back on with us. We'll look forward to continuing the conversation again.